Hey folks, this is Vince and Natalie with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're gonna play Star Trek Fleet Captains. My gosh, I have not played this, I want to say 5, 6, 7 years, so I am extremely rusty. I believe I've got all of the rules figured out again, but as is typical, we may get a rule wrong or two. It's not going to bother us. No sweat off our backs. For those of you that are new to this game, it is it's a really cool 1v1 game where one player is the Federation and one player is the Klingon Empire. And we're trying to get to 10 victory points, mainly through completing missions, but you can earn victory points in other ways. This is the map as it stands, and this is customizable. You can try different layouts as you see fit. But we're going to be sending our ships to these different hexes and exploring these locations and trying to complete our missions. We've got a mission deck down here. We've got 3 cards here that we're trying to actively do. There's a lot more to it in terms of setup. So if you really want to learn more about that, maybe in a future video we can talk about, how to actually set up the game. This game being 10 plus years old, I'm not going to bother too much with the nitty-gritty stuff. The ships that we are using today, we've got the USS Equinox. That's for me. It has a size of 1, and 1 science goal card is added to the mission deck. And these are the different numbers that are associated with power distribution. We can adjust our power throughout the game to how we need it, but depending on what we're facing at that point in time. And certain ships even have special abilities. I've also got the USS Enterprise E, which is size 6, one of the best in the game probably, and USS Voyager, size 3. So these are my 3 ships here. She has the Clothis, size 3. She's got the Bortas, size 5, and the Rotaran, size 2. So all of that equals 10. 3 plus 5 plus 2 is 10, and that is typical whenever you're drafting. Whenever you're drafting for these ships, you just keep dealing ships until you get to a total of 10. If you go over 10, you just keep dealing until you get to 10. Eventually you'll get to a combination of 10. And then you use the mission numbers in the upper right to deal yourself those kinds of missions to create your 10-card mission deck, which is what we've got going on there. Again, I said I wasn't going to explain it, but that's like a high-level overview. Upper right-hand corner, these are all the missions that we don't have in our decks, but when we run out to draw from, should we don't want to do the ones that we have, we can draw more from here. There's science missions, there's influence missions, and combat missions. She's more geared toward combat and influence. I'm geared more towards science and influence. Each of us has a 40-card command deck, and there are 10 subdecks for each of us. There's a 10-card subdeck for a total of 100 cards, and we choose 4 of those subdecks to add to here. So I'm going to look at the very bottom one here. I'm not going to use it, obviously, but Sensor Pack Upgrade. That is one of the 4 subdecks that I've chosen for this deck. So there's 10 cards for each subdeck, and there's 4 subdecks in here, so 40 cards total. You get 4 cards at the beginning of the game. She also has her own 40-card subdeck, or just deck over there consisting of 4 subdecks. And you want to sort of draft your subdecks and figure out what kind. First you get your ships, right? And it tells you what kind of missions you're getting. So based on the kinds of missions that you're getting, whether they be combat or influence or science, you pick your subdecks based off of that to help you better complete those missions. It's really cool. Then there's an encounter deck. As we explore territory in this game, we may encounter some really nasty things. The game operates via like hero clicks. Like you can rotate. This is your power distribution setting based on your card here. So you can set it to weapons 4, sensors, disabled, and it's hard to see. That's why, not only is it hard to see, but sometimes it's hard for my big thumbs to move around like this. So we opted to use dice. So I just pulled dice from other games that we have, and the number represents the column that we currently have chosen. So right now the Equinox has 7 columns for the regular no damage section, which is the white here. Yellow alert is 1 damage, red alert is 2 damage, and 3 damage you're dead. But I'm on this right now, and there's 7 columns. So I have 2 dice, and I can just simply say at this point which column I want to use. One of these 7. I can adjust the die as I need to. That way I'm not sitting there click, 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 and then I can't see, and it's just a pain in the butt. But yeah, our goal is, again, to explore and complete missions and get to 10 victory points to win the game. There's a lot more to it than that. For those of you that want to see the box, it's big. These are the ships and other things that we're not using. These are the other subdecks that we didn't choose. These are the other ships that we could have gotten that are related to these here. As you can see, there's quite a bit of them. I love it. I love the models. I would love to see a Borg expansion. I don't even know if there is one, but I would love to see something like that. So let's get right down to it. There are some tokens that I didn't get to, but we'll explain the actions as we do them. That way, it's just easier for me to do it that way. So, would you like to go first? Or would you like me to go first?
Go ahead. You can go first.
Okay. So, on your turn, and there's only one of these, unfortunately, just the back of the rule book. I would like guide cards. I may have to make some, but on your turn, you may move each ship in your fleet. You may make 1 power adjustment each ship in your fleet. Take 3 actions, play command cards, cycle a mission card, or discard 1 command card. You can do all of these things. And then these are your actions here. So we'll go over these actions as we do them. So on my turn, I am going to, first, I think I'll move the Enterprise. I'm on, let's see, power distribution 2. My engines are 8. So it's going to cost me 1 engine power to move the Enterprise up here. Flip it over. Empty space. So the way these work, let's go ahead and explain these. These hexes will contain something, maybe empty space, a planet, a star. When you reach these spaces and you flip them over for the first time, you roll to see if you encounter something. If you do not, you can keep moving, otherwise you stop and deal with the encounter. The size is how much more engines you have to spend to move away from that space. So if I do not encounter anything here, it's going to cost me another 2 engine power to keep moving. So first I have to roll for the encounter. And these, again, are other dice. The dice that come with the game are pitifully small. I don't know if you can see through the bag, but they're god awful. Like, here's a normal die, and here's the die that came with it. Like, no. So I've just decided to use my own dice. So I'm going to go ahead and roll for the encounter, 1 through 3. It's a 1. Yay. So the Enterprise has to stop and encounter something. Oh. So we're going to flip over this. And it's a xenophobic race. A hostile alien force is threatening your interests in the region. You must convince them not to interfere. Attempt a level 12 sensor or weapons test. If you succeed, add this card to your victory pile. If you fail, you must move your ships back to the location it was in at the beginning of the turn, then replace this location tile with the top tile from the location deck face down. We'll do all of that whenever we get there. So basically, I have to try and complete a check. It's like D&D. We're going to be doing a lot of checks. So I'm going to look at my power distribution right now. I'm on number 2. My sensors are on 11 already, which is great. So I might as well, once per turn, for each ship, you get to adjust your power distribution. But I like where it's at now. According to my distribution, my sensors are on 11. So that's good. I just, whenever you make a check, you take that number, roll 1 die, and the sum of those numbers, that's what it is. I just need to equal or exceed 12, and I'm already at 11. So just roll a die, 3, okay, I win. So I've completed the check, and it says, as a result, add this card to your victory pile, and this is worth 1 victory point. So automatically, I've got 1 victory point so far. And I have to stop moving with that. So I get 3 actions, and each ship can take 1 action. So I'm going to use the Enterprise here to just exert a control marker, just to have it. Control markers are a little involved, but primarily they help you complete missions, and they let you build different facilities. Just to give you a heads up on what they look like here's the page on influence tokens and the like. If you've got 1 influence token at a location, for another action you can build an outpost. These things let you repair, star bases even give you victory points. So the more influence tokens you have at a location, the better thing you can build, but you have to work your way up to it. You just can't build a star base by itself. First you have to build the outpost, then you upgrade to colony, then you upgrade to star base. But doing all of that gives you more shields for that base and also other abilities. So I'm going to put that there. And as a reminder that I've done something as an action, I'm going to put the action one there. It's an action token that reminds me that I've done an action, one of my 3 actions. Now I'm going to move on to Voyager here. I'm going to move Voyager here and explore that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to create a fleet for fun. These 2 are going to work together. The Equinox, let's see what you're on. Engine, let's put him on distribution 1. Beginning of the game, I'm going to put him on 1. Voyager is on 1. Okay, so their weakest engines out of both is the Equinox at 8. Equinox has 8, Voyager has 10. So I have to move based on the lowest valued engine. So I'm going to move these 2 together as a fleet and reveal this tile here. And this is a Class 9 Nebula. Sensors are -2 at this location. So my sensors are getting a debuff here. Encounter 1 through 2. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. It's a 6, so no encounter. I can keep going. This is a size 7 location. So it cost me 1 engine to get here. Now I have to spend another 7 to move out of it. My minimum is 8, so I can do that. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to explore this location, I guess, together. So a D-type star, it's encounter 1 through 2. So we're going to go ahead and roll that die and see if anything happens there. 1. So I have to encounter something. And it is a shockwave. Great. An exploding star has created a shockwave of tremendous force that endangers every starship in the area. All ships in this and all adjacent locations must succeed at individual level 10 shield tests or take 1 damage. Oof. So I have to roll for shields on both of these. So what I'm going to do, I get 1 free power distribution per turn for each ship. So I'm going to adjust the Equinox to have shields at 4 is your highest, really? 2, the Equinox is doomed already. And Voyager, I'm going to put theirs at 7, so second column here. Now, I have cards in my inventory, or my hand, that I could play maybe to increase my shields on something. Power, until this ship... no, that's for... This card is to help with sensor tests. So the way these cards are sort of put together, there's 3 things you can do with them. You can use them for combat, in which case you would use utilize the red thing here. You can use them for green ops. Green ops is typically everything else that isn't combat, like this current event. And then there's a blue, which you don't see here. That's a crew member that you can attach to a ship for a permanent buff. None of these cards will really help me. So this one here, All Power to Shield, simply says, regardless if I've already spent my 1 free adjustment, I can now turn the ship style to the highest shield rating. So if I had already spent my power distribution this turn and needed shields as an emergency, I can spend this card to then adjust one of these ships again if I wanted. But it's not going to help me because I haven't adjusted anything yet. I adjusted them up to full shields, but that may not be enough. I don't have any like +2 or +3 shield cards. So I have to roll for each one now. Let's roll for Voyager. My shields are at 7. And it's a 2, it's 9. That's not good. So it's below a 10. Voyager takes 1 damage and is now on the yellow alert part of the card, meaning my power distribution is now more limited. I don't have as much power to systems as I would like. Now I have to roll for the Equinox. The Equinox has a shield of 4. I need a 6. 4. Nope. The Equinox also takes a damage and is here now. I get to choose what power distribution to use from here on out for the yellow alert. I'll just put Voyager on 3 basically a lot of sensors, no weapons, and then Equinox I'll put on, let's do 4, or 3 rather. Okay, so I'm on yellow alert already for these 2 ships. That was a nasty encounter. So I'm going to discard this card now per the instructions. And I have 2 actions I can spend with them. I'm going to go ahead and actually, this ship is going to build or put a control marker down. And this ship for an action is going to build an outpost.
Ah, to repair.
To try and repair my damage.
Okay.
But those require actions, so I can't repair right now. Mm-hmm. So I've spent an action, 1, 2, 3. My 3 actions are done, so that is pretty much my turn. Any other free things I can do? I can play command cards, can't really do that right now. Cycle a mission card, if there's anything here that I don't want to do, then I can discard one for a new one. I can discard one of my command cards if I don't find them helpful. Okay, I think I'll keep this fine. Okay, so now it is your turn. So now you have the ability to move your ships around. Before you move, make sure you're on the power distributions that you want for your ships. Like, do you want a balanced power distribution? Do you want a more focused on sensors and engines so you can move around more? All of that is up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a really nasty event there.
Yeah, it was. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's telling a story as we go, you know?
Alright, this whole thing's gonna be a fleet.
Really?
Yes. I'm gonna go here.
That's a different way of doing it. Okay, so you're just like... Alright, so let's reveal the tile then. You sure you want to do that? What if you experience... I mean, you can. Let me quickly take a look at the whenever you check, let's say you encounter,
yeah,
unless the card says that all ships are involved, you get to choose which ship encounters the encounter. Correct.
Okay.
So it's up to you. You can do that, but you're limiting yourself on it depends on what your goals are.
Yeah.
It depends. Like if you're tasked with creating a lot of control tokens, then you may want to spread yourself out so that you can get it done quicker. It all depends on what your goals are. Some of them are face down, some of them are face up. Missions that are, this should be face up. You have one that's face down, right?
Yeah.
One that says secret mission or something like that. So you think about that. I'm going to look up the whole...
the fleet
thing. I read it here once, but I forgot, like...
Okay, I'll wait.
No, go ahead.
Now, if I cloak, does that mean that the encounter stuff cannot attack me either? Or is that only others?
Whenever you cloak, you do not reveal locations.
Oh, that's right.
So, if you cloak, you're not going to explore anything new. You're just going to move around.
So, a cloaked ship with uncloaked ships, how does that work?
Well, the uncloaked ships will reveal that location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's funny.
It's weird. I've never really played this a whole lot to know if that's a good strategy or not, but...
Alright. And then decloaking, it costs an action.
It does not... No, making a power distribution will decloak you.
Okay.
But it takes an action to cloak.
Yeah.
But it's a free action to adjust your power. You can do that again once per ship per turn.
Okay.
So decloaking is easier to do.
Okay, screw it. I'll wait. Sorry, I'll wait.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So whenever you... What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I'm done.
All right.
So whenever you move on to a location... with multiple ships, you choose which one encounters the card.
Okay. This guy is going to cloak for... Oh, no, not this one. This one is going to cloak for free. It may engage its cloak during movement. That's what the ship says. Here.
Clothos may engage its cloak during movements. This does not count as an action. Yes, so you're going to cloak for free.
Yes.
So you get a cloak token, and I'll give you cloak 3. Was that Clothos?
Yes.
Yep, so just put that on the card, and now you have that token instead.
Okay. So can I still have it as a fleet?
You can if you want.
Okay. I'm going to move all of them here and reveal this.
So weird, okay.
I have a strategy.
All right. So this is a Class J Nebula. All shields are increased by 4 at this location.
Wow, okay.
And this is whenever it's facing you, that means you've discovered it. When these hexes are facing me, that means I've discovered it.
Okay.
So now you have to roll a die, 1 to 2, to see if you encounter something. 6. Okay. You can keep going. Now that is a size of what?
6.
6. Now what is your slowest ship?
My slowest is 1 column 6.
The engine of each is what?
Vortis. 6, 8, and 6.
6, 8, and 6. So 6 is... So you are stuck there. If 6 is your lowest, then your fleet can only move as fast as your slowest ship. Again, this is why it may not be a good idea to group up with slow ship. It's up to you.
That's true.
Do you want to, like, retcon and keep that one ship back so you can keep going?
No.
I don't mind. It's a learning game. I'm not going to, like, you know, you got to do this.
Yeah.
So do you want to leave your slow ship behind?
That stings. Fine.
So which one was your slow ship?
Oh, man. They're both slow. These are tied for slow.
For 6?
Yeah.
Is there a power distribution that you could have used that gives them more engines?
I'd have to cloak Rotoron. I'd have to use an action.
Why cloak?
Because cloak gives the fastest engine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. There's no, like, 8?
No.
Those are all 6s.
Yeah.
So cloaking gives you a faster engine power.
Yeah. So, okay, hold on. Let me try something.
So you can't cloak mid-move. So when you're moving, you have to keep moving until you're done moving.
Oh, okay.
So if you want, you can just end your turn there and then take actions. But the downside is you can't do a whole lot unless you want to build a star base or something, or put a whole bunch of influence tokens down.
Can a fleet separate?
They've already started moving together. They move and stop together. But on a future turn, they can break away from each other.
I see. Okay. Alright, so I'm stuck here because my lowest thing is 6, right?
I don't see why it wouldn't be a... Yeah, I wonder if you can. As a rule, what you can...
Well, no, what I thought I could do was cloak this guy, use an action to cloak this one. That'll bring my speed up to 7.
Right, but that's your mid-movement right now.
Oh.
So once... You can't start moving, take an action, and continue moving.
Oh, okay, I see.
You have to complete one before you do another one.
I see.
The only difference... The exception is those adjustments that you can make to your power distribution, which again go ahead.
Okay. No. Okay.
I don't want to confuse you more.
No, I'm already confused. Okay, so I'll build something here.
So you've got 3 actions. So again, you've got 3 ships and 3 actions. So
I'll build a control thing here.
Okay, so you're gonna have 1 action as a control.
Okay, and then another control thing.
Another control thing.
And then another control thing.
So it's 3 controls.
Yes.
All right.
And that's all I can
That is a lot of control on one. So you're gonna build like a star base here probably at some point, if I had to guess.
And now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
That was quick and easy.
Yeah. All right. All right. So I will move. First of all, I'm going to spend an action here to repair and an action here to repair. So these 2 are basically done. I'm going to keep them there. I'm going to repair them. I'm going to move them back up into the white area. I'm going to put the Equinox on power distribution.
That's 2 actions?
Yeah, 1 for each ship.
Okay.
So I'll do 5 for that one, and Voyager I'll do, I guess, 4 for that one, And now the Enterprise is going to go. He'll move up like that. And that is a Class D planet. Installations at this location require 2 additional control tokens to build. So if I do put a starbase or any sort of installation, colony, it requires 2 extra control tokens. But I have to roll for encounter. I just need a 1.
Nice. Oh, I keep thinking
encounters are bad.
Sorry.
Of course I would roll a 1. Sentient nanites. A self-replicating intelligent microscopic machine has made its way aboard your ship. Fortunately, it is friendly. Choose one of your ships in this location. If that ship is damaged, it is immediately repaired to undamaged status, and this card is discarded. If your ship is not damaged, place this card in your victory pile. 1 victory point. All right, so I'm up to 2 victory points. So the Enterprise is like star of the show right now. I can't move anymore because I've stopped to do something.
So that encounter was a good thing, right? So they're not all bad?
No, they're not all bad, but still. I'm going to spend my last action, because 1, 2, my third action to put influence here, whether or not it's going to come in handy later.
Look at that. You don't even need the action tokens to keep track. You're so good.
Well, it's only 3. So it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to spend an action on the cloak. No, I can't do that. Can I build something even when I'm cloaked?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
So I'll build a starbase here with my cloaked guy.
Well, and again, whenever you have to build your facilities in order.
Oh, okay.
So first
outpost, colony, and then starbase.
Correct.
So I can use all my 3 actions.
If you want to do that.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's all 3 actions.
That's all, and then it's your turn.
Okay, so that gives you a victory point.
Yes.
Because star bases are 1 victory point.
Okay.
So you get one of these +1 markers. Secret mission, build 1 star base, 1 victory point. Well, there you go. So now you've got 2 victory points. So you are tied with me. So I'm just going to put that like that.
Okay.
And there you go.
When do I get another one?
Immediately.
Oh.
Anything else?
Nope, I can't.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's hope that these guys fare better. Voyager and Equinox are not off to a great start. I might split them up just to explore more locations. So I'm going to send Voyager over here to see what this is. Class T planet, uninhabitable, encounter 1 through 2, size 8. Ugh. All right, 1 through 2. 1, of course I would encounter something. So Voyager is going to encounter something at this class. Unstable wormhole. An unstable wormhole is open near your ship. Do you dare enter the wormhole to see where it leads? If you do, attempt a level 10 engines test. If you succeed, your ship moves directly to an unexplored location tile. Explore that location and roll for an encounter as normal, and this card is added to your victory pile. If you fail, your ship is destroyed, and this card is discarded. Woof. Wow. If you do not enter the wormhole, or if there is no unexplored location tiles, do not attempt the engine test. So if I do a successful level 10 engine test, I can move to unexplored location and explore it. If I fail it, I'm destroyed. Voyager, what are you going to do to me here? Well, my highest engines is 10. So I'm going to... Actually, I'm on 9 right now. So all I have to do is roll a 1 to succeed in this test. So what I'm going to do is... I am going to attempt the engines test. And just roll a die, and no matter what it is, I succeed. So now I can move Voyager to another location. So I'll just go ahead and move them... here, just to get away from this Class T planet. Size 8, it's crazy. I'm going to explore that one. This card gets added to my victory pile. So I have 3 victory points now. Class J planet. Size 7, uninhabitable. Encounters 1 through 2. 6, so nothing. So, to move away from here, I need 7 engines. I did 1 to get to here. This was a free movement because of the wormhole. So I need 8 engines. Where am I at? I'm on 9. So I can keep going. So I'm on 8. I'm going to move forward here. See what this is? Oh, yeah, okay, okay. Class L planet, habitable, size 4, encounter 1 through 2. Okay, so I gotta stop there. 1, so I have to encounter something with Voyager. Let's see what that is. Counting coup. A dangerous alien life form has raided your ship and abducted a member of your crew to prove its valor. Attempt a level 12 weapons test or trash 1 crew card. I don't have one. If you succeed or at the test or trash a crew, place this card in your victory pile. If you attempt the weapons test and fail, discard this card. Well, I might as well attempt it because I don't have a crew on board. So, Voyager has a current weapons of 0. I'm going to modify... Here's the problem. The max weapons on Voyager is 6. I would need a perfect 6 to beat that test. Unless I've got something here that increases my weapons, but I don't. Okay. If you succeed at the test or trash a crew, places... If you succeed at the test or trash a crew card, if you yeah, I'm just going to trash this. So I'm not going to get anything from that. I'm going to stop there. So for my action for Voyager, I'm going to just add...
Oh, you can trash encounters?
It says if you attempt the weapons trick. It just says if you succeed at the test or trash a crew card, place this card in. I mean, I'm not going to beat it.
And that's a crew card?
Yeah, watch. I'll just roll it real quick.
Well, no, I was just saying, it says if you trash a crew card, so...
I don't have a crew card to trash.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to... I rolled a 3. It's not going to succeed.
Oh, okay.
So, long story short, I'm just going to it's discarded at this point. But for my action, I'm going to add a control marker there. That's one action. Equinox will move up here to see what this is. This is empty space, encounter 1 through 2. So I roll to 2, of course. What is it with my encounters?
Wow.
Persistent encounter. A newly discovered race is offered to join your side if you can prove your value to their society. Draw a mission card from one of the 3 mission decks by the deck console and place it face up on this location. Also place an outpost on this location, even if there is no habitable planet. All right, so we need an outpost token.
Wow.
Here.
So it just automatically...
Well, and then we need a... okay, the player who controls this location may claim this mission card and add it to your victory pile. Mm-hmm. Do not replace the mission card if they successfully complete it. Do not place the mission... Okay, so basically I have to pick one from here. Draw a mission card from one of the 3 mission decks. I'll choose Science because I'm better at that. And place it face up on this location with this encounter card. Okay, so this says Lunar Realignment. Make a successful level 20 sensors test and level 20 engines test on the same habitable planet. When you complete this mission, one of your ships at that location can immediately take a free influence action, in addition to any normal actions you take this turn. Alright, so it's going to go here. And it's saying, well, there's no way to get... Well, what if I just did this? Put this here. Put this on top of it. And I need to make a successful level 20 sensors test and a level 20 engines test. That is a tall order for the Equinox, so I can't really do anything with that. So this encounter is just going to stay there for the moment. Yeah, that goes there as well. But it's 3 victory points, which is crazy. Okay. So I got to stop there, and I'll take an action. I'll just do an influence marker. Assuming I can. I don't know if I can do influence actions while this is here. The player controls this location may claim this mission card. The player who controls this location may claim this mission card, add it to your victory pile. Do not replace a mission card if they successfully complete it. Okay, so I'm going to add a control marker. Now I control this location. Now I can attempt this mission, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to control the location for now, come back to it later when I'm strong enough to try and complete this. If you want to try and complete it, you have to get over here, control the location, and then attempt the mission.
Okay.
So now, action. So that's 2 actions, and now the Enterprise. I guess I kind of want to head this way and help with that, because that's a huge amount of victory points. Class K Nebula, encounter 1 through 4. 4, okay, I encounter something, gotta stop. Civil War, bless you.
Excuse me.
Civil War, the inhabitants of this location are fighting a bitter civil war. Both players can intervene in the war. Place this card on the location. When any ship ends its turn at this location, place a control marker from that ship's fleet on this card. These tokens are for tracking only and do not affect control. The first player to have 5 or more control tokens on this card ends the Civil War and adds this card to their victory pile. So basically, when I end here, any ship ends here, they just add a control marker. When you get to 5, you get the card. It's 1 victory point. Okay. Whether or not that's good, but I will go ahead and add a control marker, however, to the location itself and not that. So I've got 1 here for ending my turn on it, and then 1, this is my other action, my third action, to put this on the location. So I'm done. So now it is your turn.
You said cloak doesn't reveal anything, right?
What do you mean?
Like, if I cloak...
Correct. If you cloak and move somewhere, yes, it does not reveal locations. Don't forget, you can also scan, too, if you really want to see what's coming up before you move there, but that's an action.
So if I use both actions, right, and I cloak, and I can move up to the engines...
Yes. You just can't do much else besides move.
Okay. Until I power distribute? Is that another
until you
action?
do no, remember, power distribution is 1 free. You get 1 free power distribution per ship per turn.
Okay.
So it costs an action to cloak, but not to decloak.
What about to start combat?
That's an action.
That's an action?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
You want to get over to me and start blowing me up.
I do. I have to. Like.
Well, that's what the Klingons are good at.
I have to. The problem is that I'm not good at it. It doesn't matter if the Klingons are good at it.
It doesn't matter. It's a dice roll. I mean, you're fine.
But it's like, this is strategy. Like, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to plan. I don't know how to do it.
Well, I would say just move your ships forward if you're trying to get to me.
Yeah, it's just, I don't care about unrevealing tiles. That's going to screw me over. Because if I move all my ships, I still have lower engine value without being cloaked. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Your ships don't move very fast, but that's okay. You might
move faster when they're cloaked. That's what
but some locations only have like size 3, size 2. Some are size 7 and 8, but it depends on the look. So you're just gonna move them all up.
Yeah, move them all up.
Well, this is easier. So you reveal this. This is a protostellar nebula, size 6. Any ship that ends its turn in this location is treated as if cloaked. No power adjustment is made, and even ships without cloaking devices are affected. If the ship leaves this location, the cloaking effect ends. So basically, you're all cloaked here.
Yeah, so I'm stuck there.
But you get to roll for the encounter. 6. No encounter. Now you get to take 3 actions. You can cloak these other ships if you want, or like cloak, create an echo. I don't know what you want to do, but or what your plan is. But
my plan is to try and fight you, and I hate these you're able to uncover 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm on my second one.
Well, it's because you're moving as a group. It's not. I mean, I'm moving separately for the most part. You're not.
Yeah, but even if I did move, all right. I'll just cloak.
So you're gonna cloak and cloak?
Yeah, because why not? I should have done that first. Damn, I should have done it first.
It's fine. So, cloak 4, cloak 4.
Yes, here.
And cloak 1.
Okay.
Cloak 1.
Okay. Should have done that first. Now I have to end my turn. I can't move, right?
Well, because you there's no way for you to like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for this action,
Yeah, you have one action.
I'll just do a control thing.
Control?
Sure.
Okay. There you go. All right, back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll send the Enterprise here. And it's a Type D star. And I'm going to use an action to try and complete this objective, which is make a successful level 12 sensor test on a star. So what I need to do is, let's take a look at the Enterprise's distribution. I'm at 11 sensors, and I just need 12. So just roll a die, succeeds. So for an action, where's my action tokens? There's that there. Get these back. I completed this quest, and I got 1 victory point. So the Enterprise is done doing its thing. I also have to do an encounter here. I should have rolled for that. 5. Okay, nothing happened. All right, so now these two. I don't like the fact that you're going to move in on... I may want to retreat a little bit here. The Equinox is very squishy, let's just say. So I'm going to do 1... engines are currently 6... No. 1. No, yeah. Engines are currently 1, so I'll just end my turn here. That adds another control marker to this card, and I'll just add a second control marker here as my action, I guess. And then finally, Voyager. Not liking this fleet coming at me. I got to draw a new card here. Make a successful level 20 sensor test on an empty space location. Yeesh. That would have to be down here. So I'll go for 1. Encounter 1 through 2. Nope. Here would be 2 engine, and I'm on 9, so I can keep going. Encounter 1 through 4. 6, I'll keep going. I'll explore that location. To Pulsar. Anytime a ship in this location is required to use its sensors, roll a die. On a 1 through 3, receive -2 sensors. And a roll of 4 to 6, it receives +2 sensors. Okay. Size 6, so I think I'm going to stop there probably. Yep, no encounter. I'll stop there, and I'll just take a control action and just add that there. And I think that ends my turn.
Okay. I will move my guys up here.
Okay.
And that's 1 engine?
Yeah, 1 engine, correct.
Okay. Now how...
I was just thinking about that. How do you know how much engine to spend from here when you've already moved?
Yeah.
Okay, so according to the rule book, whenever you cloak and move to an unexplored location, you have to stop. Mm-hmm. So we're going to retcon it and say that she decloaked prior to moving, because it's just not fun for her. She's not doing anything right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead and decloak all your ships.
Fine. That I have, in order to decloak, does it count as an action?
It does not. You just simply do a power distribution.
Okay. If it's already at 1, I have to change it?
No. Well, no. Whatever you want to change it to. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Right now you're on the C, the blue C column.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
1. Okay. And 1. No. Yeah, 1. Okay. That's fine.
All right. So you're just going to move all of your ships here?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, what is up with these big-sized hexagons that I'm, like...
I don't know. But if you want, we'll work...
It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So this is what? Type K, type... What does that read?
Star K-type status habitable installation at this location requires 3 additional control tokens to build.
Okay.
Wow.
And what's the encounter? 1 through 2?
1 through 2.
4. Okay.
Right.
You keep moving.
No, I can't.
It's fine.
No.
You haven't done anything. Keep
I'm
moving.
not going to cheat like that.
Go. Come on. It's funny.
My
Just
actions What's my actions? What can I do? Control. That's fine.
Is that what you want, or do you want to build like a star base or something, or do you want to build a control outpost?
I can't build anything.
Oh, because of that.
So it's fine. I don't care at this point. I just want this game to be.
Wow. It's not that bad, but again, I told you not to.
I have to. I have missions that require me to do an insane amount of.
You don't have any cards that can help you with your roll? That add power to your roll?
No.
Again, on your turn, you can discard one card that you don't like and then draw a new one.
Problem is that these are all combat cards that I have to add to these two ones. So I feel like Klingons suck.
Well, in my defense, you're playing very restrictively. You're hurting yourself by grouping up like that.
If I don't group up, I will never be able to complete these two, and possibly not even this one.
If you don't like them, you can also get rid of missions and draw new ones.
True, but I can't, I'm not an explorer race. I have to fight, right?
Maybe. Okay. So, my turn? Mm-hmm. Okay. So...
I probably am playing wrong, but still.
I'm not saying you're playing wrong. I just think you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck. Okay. I'm gonna try and get... empty space. Encounter 1 through 3. Of course. This is Cascading Failure. Critical failure in the computer memory banks has caused the ship's warp core to run dangerously out of control. You have a short amount of time to return to base and get repairs. Place this card by your ship display card and place 3 counters on it. At the beginning of your turn, remove 1 counter. If you begin a turn with no counters, the ship suffers 3 damage. Deals 1 damage to every ship in its location. Then basically the ship blows up. That is crazy. If this ship ends its movement in your command post or at a friendly star base, the damage is repaired for free. Oh my gosh. So I gotta rush back here. I gotta get back to the command. I have no star bases. I need to build a star base, or like up here somewhere, or get that ship back here as quickly as possible. So, I'm stuck here for right now. Because I can't... I did this encounter. 3 counters go on it. I'll just do 1, 2, 3. And at the beginning of my turn, I think I lose 1. So, yeah, I have... On the next turn, I'll lose 1, then I'll get to move. I basically need to get back here to repair this damage. So that's unlucky there. Okay.
Wait, so you took damage?
Not yet.
Oh.
I have 3 turns to get to a friendly star base or my command post or a blow up.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah, nasty. Let's go ahead and move 1, encounter 1, of course. What is it with this encounters? Alternate reality. Conjunction of an alternate dimension radically alters the composition of your fleet. Exchange this ship for another ship from your reinforcements pool of the same or nearest smaller size. If no ship's available, then nothing happens. Well, the problem with that is this ship is size 1. I don't think there is another ship in here that is also a size 1. Oh, I have Yosemite. Okay. So, interesting. So my ships swap out. So I no longer have the Equinox. I instead have the Yosemite. And I gotta find that in... That's weird. So this ship is no longer here.
Okay.
That is odd. And the Yosemite, I think, is just a science vessel. Alright, and then let me adjust this to something white. There we go. Mm-hmm. And I will just... That's so weird.
That is weird.
Okay. Set the new ship's alert status to the same alert as the old ship. Well, whatever it was. I think it was 5. Any crew cards from the old ship are assigned to the new ship. This new ship may not move this turn, but may take an action. Discard this card. All right, well, that's it. So basically, no longer do I have the Equinox, I have the USS Yosemite, which is basically an Oberth-class ship. Do you want to see what that looks like? But yeah. So I'll take an action, I guess. I'll just take a control action. And that was my action there. Now the Enterprise gets to go. Or did I do this already? I can't remember. No, I did Voyager first, then this. Now I have this. This fleet is dangerous to me. I don't like this at all. You're gonna blow up whoever you run into. I need to group up or something. Like, this is gonna be an all-out war. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna move 1 to get to here.
That's a 5?
Well, 1. It's always 1.
Yeah.
To move from.
I was just asking.
But yes, this is a 5.
Okay.
My Enterprise is on 8, so I can move again. So I'm going to move here. And that's size 6, so I can't move anymore. I do have to roll for the encounter 2, of course. I didn't roll for encounter here, did I? I didn't. So I have to actually stop there with that 2 and do an encounter. Alien takeover. A hostile alien race has taken control of your starship. Place the encounter card on your ship as a crew card. The ship is now considered an enemy ship to all players. Whoever succeeds in a transporter action against this crew card places this card in their victory pile, and control of the ship returns with the original controlling player. What? So someone has taken control of the Enterprise? Really? Well, I'll just put that here, I guess. So in order to get this back, I have to initiate a transporter action against this ship, or you do. Either way, that will... Basically, someone has to get here to the Enterprise, do a transporter action, and whoever does it gets the victory point. And then this ship goes back to whoever belonged to it. Really messy.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm stopped there for the moment. That's not good. All right, well, I'm done. You get to go.
Okay. I'm going to move my guys here.
All right.
And I have to roll for encounter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Sorry, 5. Sorry.
You couldn't just roll it? All right, no encounter, so you can keep going.
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to blow that thing up.
Well, it's an enemy ship, so...
Oh, I can't?
It's considered an enemy ship to everybody. So, I mean, it doesn't belong to me right now. What does your victory card say?
Just inflict 2 damage to a single enemy ship.
Okay. Yeah, you could try, instead of getting the victory point, you could just try and blow it up.
I kind of want to do that.
Okay, so you get, all 3 have to spend an action.
Okay.
Action. Now, is your power distribution where you want it for your weapons?
Yes.
For your weapons?
Yes.
Okay, so roll a die.
Okay. And you can't control it, right?
I can't add any cards to it, basically.
Okay. Alright,
So roll 1 die.
Okay, roll 1 die.
And you can add a card to it if you want to. 2. Ugh. So what's your total?
14 weapon, 7 weapon, 5 weapon here, right?
Okay, so what's the sum? 12 plus 14 is 26? 28?
28, and then this one says plus 1 weapon per friendly ship in the same location.
31? My God. Well, the alien, well, what am I on here? Shields are at 12. No, I'm sorry, 8. Current. But again, I have no control over this ship. So, I guess I'll roll a friendly die for the enemy here. 1. 13. Oh, no, 9. What was your total?
14, 7, and 5.
Is it better? Is it 27 or more?
I don't know. Hold on. 20, 14, 15, 17, 19, 20, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, I think.
That's 3 damage. So you've
Oh, so I killed it.
You destroyed the ship.
Oh, thank goodness.
It was taken over by aliens, and then you just swooped in and blew it up. Like, the Enterprise is gone.
That made for a good story.
The Klingons have just taken over. All right, so you get 2 victory points.
All right. So I put that in here.
Yes.
Okay.
That is not cool.
So nobody has that victory point, right?
Yeah, this ship, this is gone. The aliens, yay, we captured something, and then boom.
That's a great story.
Yeah. So the Enterprise is gone. The Voyager is about to blow up. The Federation is just not going to win this one, I think. All right. Now, you spent 3 actions doing that.
Yeah.
Now, when you end your turn on the Civil War card, you can add 3 control markers to that location because you've got 3 ships there.
Oh, okay.
And the first to 5 gets
interesting.
the card.
I
I need a lot more of these control tokens. Holy cow! I didn't think we were going to use that many. All right, so there's 3 for you.
Well, do you want to just take back these?
No. You need them. No.
Okay.
Because if I decide to go back there and try and capture that,
I see.
I have to take them away from that location.
So the outpost repairs. What does the starbase do?
It repairs +1, meaning if you've got 2 damage.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
For 1 action, it repairs 2 damage rather than 1.
I see what you mean.
Okay.
So it is your turn.
Well, this is great. Okay, quick note. We played incorrectly, but we're not going back. So, whenever you explore a new location, you do the encounter. However, it says encounters only happen, like you only flip an encounter whenever you flip a new tile, not when you go back on an existing one. So my ship should never have been captured because I moved on to a space that was already explored. That being said, we're not going to retcon. It's just too much.
So you could have done a combat card? Is that
I could have also kept moving with the Enterprise rather than stop where I stopped.
Where were you going to move to?
I was going to keep going that way, but it's fine. Just to keep the game flowing. Also, she gained 1 victory point for blowing up. Whenever you blow up an enemy ship in combat, you get a victory point. So again, that was again probably broke the game, but we're going to keep moving. I also get to take a reinforcement action, which allows me to search the deck of ships and pick one out to put a new one down. So let's see. Who's the biggest ship? We'll go with the. I guess we'll go with the Venture. It's a size 5 ship, and that looks like it's a Galaxy class starship.
Nice.
So I'll put that on, I guess, setting. I don't care. Let's do 2. Okay. All right. So that was 1 action. I did the reinforcement action. Voyager has to get back home. Klingons may be on the way though. My engines are at.
You can always change them now, right? You can change your engines, the free power distribution action.
Well, yeah, my engines are already on almost full. I'm on 9. I mean, it's not going to matter. This is 1, and then 6 is 7. This is a 3, so I kind of have to stop there. You know what I'm going to do? Rather than do that, I'm going to move here to try and put some space between. But even then, like, I have a feeling this is not going to end well. Class M planet. This is installations at this location require 1 less control token to build. Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I lost this token, right? For my action, I will put. I think I need a starbase though. Getting a starbase on this is still going to require 2 actions for the tokens and 3 actions for the. That's just too much. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'll just stay there, and I'll put a control marker down, I guess, to try and prep for it, but it's not going to happen.
Could you have stopped here and done it?
Maybe. But then your ships would have just come over here and blown it up.
Probably.
I mean, you've got a force to be reckoned with over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this.
Did you do your encounter in that one?
Roll 1 through 2. Yeah, guess we'll do that. 5. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll move here 1, and then I want to go up here. Emission nebula. Cloaking devices do not function at this location. Okay, so I have to roll for an encounter. 5, no encounter. Size 7. So what's my current engines? They're on. Is that 3? So yeah, I can't move anymore. Yeah, because actually oh, I'm sorry. All right. I would have had to have adjusted this to go here. So
that's fine.
This is going to be. I'll just put it on 8 for right now and stop.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll put this on column 8, full engines, and I'll stop there. And I'll just do an control token there, I guess. And that's it for me. I can't do anything else.
Alright. I will move here.
Alright, size 3.
Mm-hmm. And I want to place an away team token on a habitable planet, or do I have to put a colony thing in there?
It says now. What is it? You can just beam down to a planet. It says habitable.
Alright.
So do you want to beam down an away team for one?
Yes.
For an action. Okay. Then you can beam it off for a second action.
And then beam it off for a second action.
Okay.
And then
From 2 different ships.
yes.
Right. And then that completes that mission.
That's a 1 VP thing.
Wow. How many do you have so far?
8, I think. No, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Really?
Yeah, and then
I have 4. Okay.
missions 3, but my 2.
Yeah. I mean in total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then can I use a card
For what?
for an influence action or something?
What does it say?
Instead of taking a normal influence action.
You may remove or place 1 control token on an adjacent explorer. Yes, you can do that.
Okay, so that one that's in the bottom.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to put a token of Klingons there instead.
Yeah, and that completes this mission.
Remove all enemy control tokens from one location in the row or row of location tiles.
Closest to the command post, right?
Right.
That's yours.
So basically, this
Yeah.
row. Yeah, that's 2 victory points.
Okay.
Holy cow.
And then this gets discarded.
Okay.
Alright, and that's it. And that's all I can
You have 1 more action, right?
No,
Okay.
I do not. I don't think so, because I used 2 ships for the OA team and then that one for control token.
Okay.
So it's your turn.
Let's see. This is god awful. My venture can move 9. So that's 1, then another 7. I'd be stuck there. I need to like ninja objectives at this point to win. Space. Okay, that's that. Yosemite has. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll do that next. What is that? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move this one here for 1, and I'll take an action and just remove this control token. And I have an objective: remove all enemy control tokens from one location.
Wow.
So it's a victory point.
Nice. Wait, for this one or this one?
This one.
Did I have control
Yeah,
token?
you had 1 control token.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, well, there's this one. Have at least three encounter cards in your victory point.
Wow, that is really good.
So, fine. When you remove one of your scan tokens from a location by exploring it, place that token on this mission card. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm down to 1. This thing's gonna blow up. It's just a matter of, you know what? It's gonna go out in a blaze of glory, I think. Poor Voyager is gonna go out in a blaze of glory. What's the sensors on this sucker? 12. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go 1 and then 2 to empty space. Right? Just empty space. And I'm going to use an action, its last action, basically, to attempt this mission. And the mission is make a successful level 20 sensors test on an empty space location. Voyager's top sensors, I'm going to adjust that to 12. So that's my free distribution. So 12 sensors plus level 1 diagnostic. Until the ship's next power adjustment, it receives +8 sensors and -2 to all other systems. So 12 plus 8 is 20.
Nice.
I automatically complete the check, and I get a victory point for that one.
That's really good.
The downside is like I said, Voyager, I just basically killed Voyager's chances of ever coming out of that alive. So this diagnostic goes away. New card comes out. Oh, now I get that. Okay. All right. These have been useless to me. I don't know why. I haven't used them.
Yeah, same.
Use them a whole lot. Okay. I could be actively discarding cards, but I'm like waiting to see when I'll use them.
Oh, are we always supposed to have 4 on hand?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and draw one. So I used an action here, an action here, and I've got the venture to worry about. I am going to... How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, how do I get 2 more victory points? Getting a level 20 sensors test and engines on that is going to be rough. I'm going to if I get a free discard, I'm going to discard this one and draw a new one. Okay. Well, I have to move with this sucker somewhere. I'll scan this location with an action, and then I'll move to it. I'll just scan it. Okay. So I scanned it. I know what it is now. Now I'm going to move over to it. Reason I did that was because if I do that twice, I get to complete this exploration thing. I reveal it. Encounter 1. Engines -2. 5. Okay, so no encounter. Size 8, however, and my engines are on 9. But 1 and 8. I can move one more time and then I'm done. I want to move away from you because you're mean.
Oh.
So, no, it's Klingons.
Yeah.
So, actually, I'll move here. No, I'll move here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm over here and I'm done. I can't do anything else at this point.
Okay.
So it is your turn, and you've got you think you've won this, haven't you?
No. 1, 6. I would need 6, 7, 8 here. No.
7.
7.
1 to move here, then yeah, so 7 total. You can split your fleet up.
I could.
The downside is that when this blows up, it's going to do damage to every ship around it.
Yeah.
So if you move close to it or on it and fail to kill it,
yeah. And then there I need 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This is 1 space, and then 7 is 8. 8 plus, so you're going to need 11 or 12 there. Unless you move up here, 5. That's 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 is 8. So you could move here with 8.
With 8.
With maybe some of your ships rather than all of them.
Yeah. I'll change this to 2. This one, keep at 1. And this one, I'm going to have to use this card, probably. +1 to any system for each uncloaked enemy ship in this location. Is that per ship or like for one ship?
That's for combat only.
No, the green one.
Oh, +1 any system for each. It's for 1 ship. So you pick which ship you want to do that to.
Okay. +1 for each system. No, to any system for each uncloaked. So I get +3.
Yeah. Including yourself, I would imagine.
Yeah. So that would be 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So my lowest would be 8. So I am able to move on to that tile then with 8.
Okay, that's fine.
If I moved here, here, and there.
Okay, so with who?
All 3.
They can all move there?
They all have the lowest on... Oh, no, because this one has 6.
So 2 of them can probably get there.
Shoot.
Who has the 8 movement?
Shoot. These 2 have the 8 movement.
Okay, so 2 of them can move and attack it. But the other one can't move with it.
Oh, no, I switched it. I switched the engine, so it's 9.
9.
So 9, 8, and 9.
Okay. So all right.
All 3 of them.
All right.
Dude, that movement is crazy.
Yeah. Well, this venture is in deep trouble.
Yeah. So
you get to spend an action.
I'm going to spend an action, this one.
Battle of Honor. If this card is the first card played during combat, no other combat cards may be played during this combat. Wow. So I was just about to play Diplomacy, but I guess I can't. So, fine.
Now, does that count as an action for one of the ships?
No, you play one. Whenever you attack with your combat actions, you're the aggressor and you play 1 card to augment your thing. So you just did.
So if I had attacked separately, I would be able to do 3 different cards?
Well, yes, well...
I'm just trying to understand it, and it's...
Not in the same attack action, no.
Okay.
You have to attack separately.
Separately, that's what I meant.
Yes.
So if I had attacked with 1 ship, I could do 1 card.
As far as I know,
okay.
yes. But you're adding the fleet total.
Yeah.
So, you're getting a huge advantage that way.
Yeah.
So what's your weapons?
19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Even with your engines being as high as they are?
Yeah, I put this one in the second column, so this is 12 instead of 14.
Okay, 12. Mm-hmm.
And then this one's 7, and then this one's 5.
5. Okay, so 24?
19, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then other friendly ships in the same location as Bortus receive +1 weapon.
Okay, so that's 20.
That's 2, right?
Yeah, 26. But you have to roll a die, too.
19, 20, 22,
I think the venture's
26.
destroyed.
26.
I can't play a card to upset that.
What's your shield, though?
Well, my shields are at a 8.
8?
Yeah. So you've already won. Are you 24? You got 3 plus what? You had 26 plus 3 is 29. You had 29. 6 plus...
25. I had 25.
25 plus your roll of 3, right? Is 28?
Yes.
So 28 is yours. 6 plus 8 is 14. So that's double damage. So I take 2 damage. I'm not completely destroyed, but I'm on red alert.
So you took 2 damage?
Yes, I took 2 damage.
So I got this card.
Inflict 2 damage to a single enemy in combat during a single turn. Yep, you got it. So that's 2 victory points.
Okay. I got 10.
Yep, you've won. Because I went first, right? So your last attack on the venture... I think I was going to win next turn, maybe. I'm not sure. It was going to be very close.
With this one or that one?
I had one, control a location explored by your opponent. I was going to add a control marker to get that one, but I don't know if that would have been enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would have been 9. I would have needed one more somewhere.
Wow.
So I know it was kind of rough there.
In the beginning.
What did you think, like, of the overall game itself? Like,
I don't know. I didn't really like it.
You didn't enjoy it?
No, there's other Star Trek games that I think I don't like tile area control hex-based games. Mm-hmm. That is not my strong suit.
We did play incorrectly a number of times, I think, because with the Enterprise... I was encountering stuff more often than I should have because I was going... I don't think you're supposed to encounter something when you're backtracking or when you're already on a tile that you've already explored. I don't think you're supposed to encounter something again.
The cloaking and the movement was kind of frustrating for me to wrap my head around. It was okay. I mean...
I liked the idea of, like, you know, you've got 10 subdecks and you pick the decks that you like... But I didn't get through any cards. Like, I've got all these cards that I could have used that I never got to. I feel like I wasn't using any of them.
Yeah, part of that was my fault, too.
Well, yeah.
But, that alien thing, too, kind of screwed you up a little bit. The alien takeover, because maybe then you could have used cards.
Yeah, I shouldn't have... I shouldn't have gotten the alien takeover, because that was a place that was already explored. So that should never have happened. I should have kept going with the Enterprise and moving on. But again, because we made a mistake, rather than retcon it, it was just too much.
You probably would have won in that regard, because I was having so much trouble with that stupid fleet. The movement was ridiculous. To have the movement, it's no wonder the Klingons can cloak, because they have faster movement when they're cloaked, which is crazy. But that one card saved me, because it got me the exact number that I can actually move to. I mean, grouping up like this was risky because, my other 2 ships were able to do other stuff, and you couldn't do anything about it. No.
So, like...
Exploring isn't part of my thing, either. So I have to try and... Like, I had this one. I had to do 2 damage to you twice on single ships, and I feel like I would not have been able to do that had I not grouped up. So it was difficult. This is one of those games that are like, on paper, it sounds great. In practice, I feel like I didn't have enough cards to choose from. I would have preferred like a hand size of 7 or something rather than 4. I like the idea of the locations. I would have liked more guide cards and more like FAQs on like when I can and can't do something, because this game is confusing enough. Yeah.
I love the miniatures. I like the idea of the clicks down here, but at the same time, like with my thumbs being what they are, it's not practical, so we have to use dice.
When you played with Vinny, did you enjoy it?
I did. Well, we're more Star Trek oriented than you are. Like you're not as
the game though. Did you actually enjoy it?
I like this game.
Okay.
I will admit it has flaws. I think it could be better. And again, the whole cards, I will admit that I didn't play as well. Like I could have discarded cards I weren't using to draw more. I would have liked it maybe a rule set says, okay, hand limit 7 and discard as many cards as you want one time on your turn and then draw back up to your hand limit. That way you can cycle through your cards faster. You know what I mean? I would have preferred something like that. It's more modern day. This is an older game, so maybe that wasn't as around back then. The encounters were cool. I love it because what I think what attracts me to this game is it tells a story as you play it.
Yeah.
The Enterprise, the Federation came out strong, doing these encounters. The Enterprise solving missions like it always does in the TV show. And then it gets controlled by aliens and the Klingons come by and blow it up.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that you would love. It tells the story, as you often say. I like that aspect of it. And I like that there are so many different ships in the box that you can try.
Yeah. If this had like a epic tiny dungeon feel to it, I still would have thought the flow of it was really frustrating, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't like this one?
I want to play it again, and this time as Klingons separate to see how effective combat would be. If it would be just as effective. So I would play it again just to see if it would be as effective. But I still think my favorite Star Trek game is that other one, the one that I always mention.
The 5-year mission one?
Yes, and Flux.
Star Trek Flux, gotcha.
Those are my favorite.
Okay, fair enough. So there you go, folks. If it is possible to play a solo version of this game, I'll see if there is a possible. Maybe I'll do more of that.
Co-op.
I don't know if there's co-op. I'll also have to see if there's another expansion to this. Seeing as this game is 10, 12, 15 years old, whatever it is, I can't imagine it would be cheap or available. But
I could picture this being co-op.
I would love a Borg or Romulan expansion or Borg.
An AI Borg, or if there's no encounters by the time you explore a certain number of tiles, if there are no encounters resolved. Oh, that would be fun.
That would be cool. I agree. So there you go, folks. That was Star Trek Fleet Captains, an oldie, but it's okay now that I've played it again in 2022. I just wish, again, if I were to play again, I would have definitely hand size maybe 5 to 7, and then discard as many as you want on your turn, and draw back up one time per turn. Just so you can cycle out these cards and get more useful ones, I think. Because I didn't get to any of my crew members. We didn't seat any of our ships.
No.
And the game was over way too quickly for anything to really happen. I don't know. But yeah, Star Trek Fleet Captains. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vincent Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, guys.